Hey everybody, how's it going? It's me, David Griffin again. Today I got something new in the den. I've already shaved with it once. I'm about to come back with it again. Tack Room by Crown King. I'll be using the Tack Room Aftershave by Crown King. I'll be using my buddy here, Kong. He's going to be lathering me up. I'll be using the Phoenix double open comb. And I'll be using the Alum block. Now, I've only have one shave under my belt with Tack Room, but based on the Crown King scent profile, we're dealing with vanilla, cucumber, Spanish moss, Hey Absolute, leather, musk, coumarin or coumarin, however you pronounce it. Coumarin actually is kind of a vanilla smell. It works good with musk and vanilla. This is some really good stuff by Crown King. Now, Crown King is a different formula by the company that does PAA, Phoenix Artisanaccoutrements, and it is a butter, more of a butter-based soap. Pretty soft, actually. This stuff smells great. Now, the cucumber in there and vanilla, most people say, no, that doesn't work, but it actually does work great. It actually is a great opening note. And with that, it's a very attractive scent, so to speak, to the opposite sex, because they tend to have a tendency to wear vanillas and very attractive, sweet things like that. But this by no means is a feminine scent. The musk and the Hey Absolute and the leather definitely give it a very manly scent to it that really changes that profile. It starts off with this lead of this great cucumber smell, bright, fresh, new, and then it goes into the other stuff that smells just absolutely great: the vanilla, the moss, the musk, the coumarin. It really does a good job. I'll be lathering this up, and I wanted to give shouts out to David the Smooth Shaver. I saw earlier this week he did a shave on this right here. That's right, I'm one of the few people like you that know what this is about. This is that Cocoa Forest by Stirling soaps, and everybody who missed out, you missed out on some good stuff. But that's okay. I got mine. Don't know about you. And the aftershave, after trying it once, I'll tell you now, this stuff lasts all day. And the crazy great thing is, when I took a shower, when I got in from work, you could smell it just in the oils just being agitated to the top of the skin, and just had the entire bathroom smelling like that. And that's great stuff. That's how you know you're dealing with some long-lasting quality oils in there. So let's get with the shave. But before I do, I'm just going to let you know something right now about this Crown King label. If you're familiar with PAA, Phoenix Artisanaccoutrements, Crown King is going to come kind of naturally to you. They lather nearly the same, except there's a difference, a significant difference. All of the butters and things in here to help moisturize your skin, they are much more effective than what I saw at the Phoenix Artisanaccoutrements. Now, I'm not putting that that product down. I'm just saying it does a much better job. And I have very, very oily skin that has a tendency, it wants to stay oily, but once it dries out, it dries completely out. Then it tries to later on compensate by shooting out more oils, and I'll get breakouts and bumps and everything. And this stuff, I'll tell you, this stuff is excellent, you guys. It'll really moisturize your skin. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a little water in there, keep this going. I'm gonna go ahead and complete a shave. Shouts out to William Trexler, who kind of laughed, and he calls when you just palm lather for a video and you don't actually use the product, he calls it just a hand job, and he hates those. Now, no pun intended, but that's pretty bad. But I'm gonna go through a whole shave just for him. And I just gotta say this, I don't do anything to gain fans. I could care less who likes what I do or don't. I'm just actually putting out information out there that you guys need to hear, just in case you want to start wet shaving. And, somebody else that wants to come along and needs help, because I had the razor bump problem for about 15 years. And, hey, 3 weeks in wet shaving took care of it for me. So I can be nice enough to tell everybody else how to get rid of that problem. So, looking at Kong go to work here. This is a nice 26, almost 27 millimeter synthetic brush. it gets the job done. Now, like Anthony Esposito says, you load it like you hate it. Now, most of us in shave worlds got enough soap to last till 50 years from now. Most of us do. If you've been in this for about a few years and you found the artisan companies, the individuals who go out and make this stuff and take the chances on being successful, and you end up getting enough soap to last. And I'm going to pose this question for the artisans out there. No regular Joes. Don't come back and answer this. I don't care about your opinion. I want the chemists, the scientists, the artisans to answer this. You guys, here's a question that you guys can answer for me. Is it okay, and can, you know, us wet shavers just use your soaps like regular face soap? Is that okay? Now, I understand it is a soap. It does clean. But is it okay? The reason why I'm trying to wonder, you know, I'm starting to wonder, with so much soap, you don't want to sit here and just keep piling it up. Could we use it as a facial soap as well? You guys can go ahead and answer that in your free time. I'll be waiting. I'll be checking the post, Facebook and Plus, to find that information out, because if so, that's going to do a lot of us some good. So, on to the shave. I only got 1 day's growths. And everybody knows I only shave the bottom and the sides. I keep the strips going. Just opened up the middle a little. Can tolerate more water. And there's the vanilla and cucumber. Bright, summery, nice. This is the kind of thing that I can tell you now with this, that mentholated pre-shave stuff that people are starting to come out with will be real good. It instantly would turn this, because of the cucumber, into an effective summer soap. So, with your DE razors, this is not really a shave how-to video, but I'll give some tips. You know, you go ahead and put it to the face evenly. You lift up your to about 30 degrees, and then you go down. Properly lubed, the right amount of pressure, you should have almost no pain. You should have almost no cuts. And this double open comb by Phoenix, the Phoenix here, has a tendency to leave soap streaks, as you can see. Kind of tells you got there. It's a good telltale sign that you're using the right angle. I recently had a little outbreak of some razor bumps that wanted to return. So I got off my Maggard razors, my $20 stainless steel razors, and went back to the Phoenix and my classic 1912 gem, because it's very mild. And for those of you that are uninitiated, when I say 1912, that's the year, roughly the year time when it was made. You can find those on the market at eBay, Fleabay, Etsy.com for like anywhere between $6 and however much you can afford after that. This double open comb right now is $34 over at phoenixartisanaccoutrements. It's an excellent razor, very mild. It's a good starter razor. It looks like the devil when you look at all these teeth and things like this. Those are just, you know, great aesthetics, I would say. I'm sure it holds a purpose. For example, when you hold it at the right angle, you get the little drag marks, which is good. And with the DE, you don't press against the skin like you would a cartridge. For example, you know how the cartridge is built with the head that flexes like this? When you press it against your skin, you don't have to do that with these. Just set your angle and drag down the skin softly. And let the razor more or less fall down. You don't want to pull and push. When you see the skin wrinkling and folding behind or in front of the razor, you probably are using too much pressure. Now you can't see this, you wouldn't be able to see it, but I got tons of hair in that sink. I'm a daily shaver because I have to beat back razor bumps daily. And right now, Almost done. One more pass and I'm finished. Rinse them with warm water. I'll give you guys a tip right now. The more you shave using cold water, the less irritation and burn you're going to feel at the end of your shave. Cold water is going to close those pores up. Now, it doesn't break down and loosen up the soap to make lathering as easy, but it definitely closes those pores up and those micro abrasions that happen from your razor, so it won't hurt as much when you apply your aftershave. Good side, no pain. Bad side, you don't really know if you're giving yourself a good mild shave, because your pores will let you know. This Stirling brush will be back in action at stirlingsoaps.com, and it's only about 22 bucks. Look at all this lather it has here. Look at that. This stuff is excellent, man. Slick, smooth. It is the slickest soap that Douglas Mike of PAA/Crown King has ever made. It's the slickest, most cushiony, yogurty stuff that they've ever come up with. I don't care what formula you want to call, it ain't gonna be softer, slicker than this, I'll tell you that. Now you see right there, I just did a up and down pass on the neck. And you see the streaks? That is enough soap left there for me to go back again without having to relather. And I will. Just sideways one more time. Make that 2. Now that is the power of the Phoenix double open comb. It leaves soap trails behind that actually function as like a relather. So it doesn't relather, it just pulls soap out and seems to push it back on the skin at a certain small point in a kind of a unique way that you don't really find many razors able to do or doing, period. Usually they take it right off and you got to relather at the end, but the double open comb does seem to have that advantage. You know, most people say, no, this is just gimmicky, but it leaves soap behind. So is that really a gimmick, or does that actually help? Well, time to rinse off and give you my final thoughts. So far, Tack Room, yogurty, smooth, slick as I don't know what. $14 for 4 ounces. A little bit more expensive than the PAA formula, but this is actually a superior formula. It's good, but this is superior to the PAA Phoenix Artisan Accoutrement stuff. How much? By how much is it superior? I'll go so far as to tell you this is probably 50% to twice as much, because I don't really have to use aftershave, but I love the smell of this aftershave, so I don't have a choice. Let me rinse off, and I'll get you the last thoughts on the aftershave. The amount of water on my face, I don't have to wet it. Look at that. Look at that. No burn at all. Whoa. It's been about 2 shaves since I had 2 weeks actually, since I had 100% zero burn. And 2 weeks ago, I actually used my most mild razor, which is my 1940 Gillette Tech ball. Old guy from 1940. Most mild razor I got. Real good guy. But the Phoenix here was superior today. That, or I had the angle perfectly dialed in. So let me drop pat down. Another tip, rinse off in cold water. It'll decrease your sting for your aftershave. You don't have to wipe off your alum block. The alum block seals your skin up, helps heal cuts and wounds. Ironically, they put alum in the ingredients here for Tack Room. You can't read it, but it says alcohol, Spanish moss, hydrosol, labdanum, hydrosol, rosewater, essential essential / fragrance oils, prickly pear juice, prickly pear oil, candula oil, carrot extract, aloe, glycerin, and alum. So this is already in here, but the double dose never hurt nobody. So let's see how much sting I should get out of this. Now, one thing I did notice when I got the aftershave, it did have a few bubble type drops in here floating around. I didn't add anything to it. That's probably one of the chemistries that they put in here. It probably didn't mix up or have time to break down, but that's not a problem, and it's probably just my bottle. I've seen this in other artisans as liquids and aftershaves before, so it's nothing you want to single them out. It's definitely not a deal breaker. But let's see. Oh yeah, this is it. Now that feels luxury. The smell, that earthy hay, absolute leather, Spanish moss, that vanilla, I can smell it. The cucumber oil, I can smell that coming out. Tack Room. This is stuff to get from Crown King. Now I had to reshoot this video because I just wanted to make sure we knew that and it's crystal clear how I feel about this. Tack Room, ladies and gentlemen, is by far the best scent that Crown King has to offer. All right, got nothing else for you guys. Enjoy your day, enjoy your life. If you don't know Jesus Christ, when you die, you're gonna go to hell. I'm sorry, somebody has to tell you. Take it easy.